Welcome to the Internet Homies Podcast, a podcast where homies who met on the internet get together and talk about life. I'm Sarah.
I'm Kailey.
And I'm Desi. And on today's episode, we are going to talk about all things streaming. Thoughts on pet peeves about being a streamer ourselves, or pet peeves about other streamers, things like that. Um, Haley, I'm gonna have you start. Why don't you
Wow.
give us some like do's and don'ts of streaming, I guess.
um, so I would say I'm gonna start with the don'ts because I feel like, I want to say the best for last. So for don'ts, I personally one of my pet peeves is when people do like followers only. Because then it's like, I would have loved to follow you, but when I'm feeling like having to like be forced to follow you, I don't want to follow you anymore. Because then I feel like
Mm-hmm.
it's a requirement instead of something that I could have done instead of, something like that.
Yeah, when
So
you
I hate that. I hate same with subscriber only. I don't want to feel like I should have to send you money for me to talk to you. I just feel like that's kind of fucking rude, you know?
Yeah, sometimes I'll go on the browse page and I'll just like go through and try and find new streamers to watch. And you want to like talk to them a little bit just to see what the vibe is, you know?
Right. Right,
So
exactly.
when you jump into a stream and it's on follower only mode, I exit immediately because I'm like,
I do too.
because
Yeah, I do
I can
too.
understand for like big streamers who have like, thousands of people watching. That makes sense because people
So
already know who they are,
yeah, so I
like
mean, I'm
Nick
talking more of
Mercs.
like the people who have like less than,
Yeah.
20, 30, 40. I mean, I've been into people's streams where they have like 200 followers, which is still good, by the way. I'm not saying it's bad. But, and then they have like two views and they have a follower only.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be where your issue is, bud. Because like no one's going to want to, like, I shouldn't feel like I have to follow you to talk to you and see what you're like. That's
Because
just like, that's like saying I have to, like, what the fuck is that? What am I trying to compare this to? It's like saying, like,
like in
you
person, like,
know,
oh, you have to like do this before I'll even speak to you. I don't know. It's like weird.
Mm-hmm.
right, it's like you have to climb Mount Everest before I'll like shake your hand. Like it seems like, but see, it sounds like outrageous, and that's what it is. It's like outrageous.
It is. Like also a thing too when you go sometimes I'll even if someone's like offline and not streaming at the moment, I have gone to people's channels and like watched VODs just to see, and I'm like, okay, like I'll follow them
Right.
that way I can be at the next stream. But some streamers have their VODs on sub only, like you have to subscribe in order to watch them,
Yeah, and I
which I'm not
hate
a
that.
fan of either, to be
No.
honest. I
Why do I
don't.
have to pay to see your video what you're looking like? Why is it that you can post it live and just do it live without anyone having to pay for it? But the minute I want to like see what you're about, it's
Mm-hmm.
the same recording as it was live. Why should
Yeah.
I pay for it now when I can watch it for free? You know what I mean? Like that's just so dumb. But
Yeah.
I feel like there's other instances like back to the kind of like the follower thing of like, if people, some streamers have done it. We're saying like, I've been like hate followed or hate followed and things like that, and I get that. I really do. But it is still like annoying because I feel like even at that point too, like I can't get to know you to see if that's what it's about
Mm-hmm.
because then I have to
Mm-hmm.
follow you for it, you know?
Yeah. Um, another thing too, I just thought of was follow for follow. So I will
Oh
admit
my
that
god.
I did this when I first started streaming because I didn't know, and then I obviously found out, and so it
Mm-hmm.
stopped. But the
Right.
oh, you follow me, I'll follow you type of thing to like get up the followers, which I learned very quickly does not get views up, because it's one thing to follow somebody, but it's another thing to actually have them like come and watch the stream.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
on any social media, follow for follow, I'm not a huge fan of, because it's not natural growth, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, no, and typically,
Especially especially because they'll follow you, they'll get your follow,
and then
and
they'll
then they'll
unfollow.
unfollow you.
Mm-hmm.
And
well,
and
not
there's
only.
actually something that happened like that in TikTok right now. Well, like
Oh,
last
really?
week, they had a Latina follow trend where like all Latinas were posting and like Latinas would like follow you and blah blah blah. But turns out that like some of the major Latina accounts were unfollowing people, so they just did it for the follows.
Yeah.
And so to me that offended me because like I loved watching their content. I loved watching their stuff. Like the people that I genuinely followed, they're still there.
And see, the thing is too, is typically like from when it's happened to me, if it's happened when I'm live,
Hmm.
and when it happens when I'm live, it gives me the ick. Like like the major ick. Why are you coming to me on live and saying, "Will you follow me?" That's like it's like someone coming up to dinner when I'm having dinner and be like, "Can I take a photo of you?" Like,
No.
no. No, I'm eating. Like, no, I'm streaming. Can you just like there's a much mature way to go about it and having a conversation with someone. And it kind of proves it too. And I think I fell for it once where this guy was like, follow for follow, whatever, nice to meet you, whatever. And I followed him. And I looked later on and I was like, he unfollowed, didn't he? He did. And I was like, you're a fucking bitch. So I unfollowed him too. So I was like, yeah, doing that anymore.
Yeah, that's a
But it just like
huge no-no. Whether
that's the
you
other
are a
thing.
streamer or you're coming into a streamer's chat, do not self-promote in somebody's chat.
No,
That is one of the most
no,
disrespectful things I've ever seen. Or like
agreed.
the passive aggressiveness, that's not the right word, but it's like the right direction of being like, "Oh,
Mhm.
like wanted to stop by before I stream." You know?
Mhm.
People that
Mhm.
say that, like, "Oh, I have to go now.
Right.
I'm going to stream."
Where it's like a
Mhm.
subtle self promo, but it's still a self promo where it's like, are you fucking stupid?
Like,
Like, do
please
you think I
don't do
can't
that.
actually understand what you're saying? I understand that you're telling people to go to your
Like I
stream. Like, I'm
never
not an idiot.
like I know that I'll watch people and then I'm gonna hop on and do my own thing. I never have said that shit because I
No,
understand like how disrespectful it is. So usually I'll be like, oh well, I gotta go, have a nice stream, blah blah blah,
yeah,
or I gotta
yeah.
do
Saying
something,
that's
and I'll go
appropriate.
do, and then I'll hop on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
that's when
don't
it's appropriate.
understand why people feel the need to like be like, hey, came to say hi because I'm about to stream. Okay, lurk. What?
I
Like
know
that's
that
not a
Okay, well,
I've
that's
seen
the
I
other
the
thing
understand
too.
that people say hi and be
uh-huh.
nice and whatnot, but at the same time, dude, it's self promo.
Yeah.
But and then that's kind of saying too, like, hey, you're boring. I'm gonna go start my own stream.
Yeah, it's a I don't know, it's weird. It's like sometimes it's
It's
like
very much not a
offensive.
positive thing. It is.
Well,
No, it
like,
is.
not only that, it's when like people will be like, "Oh, I'm just watching you until so and so gets on." What?
Yes.
Yes.
Or it's like here, like if someone's like watching me and then Sarah comes on, they're like, okay, I'm gonna go watch Sarah stream now. Like I like if that would happen, like I love Sarah. Like please go watch her as well. But don't come and say that to me while I'm live because that just makes me feel like shit. Like
Yeah.
you can just say, hey, I gotta go do this. And I don't even care if you go and watch her. I want people to go and watch her. But don't say it to be like, yeah, I'm gonna go leave your stream to go watch their stream.
Yeah.
That's like saying I'm gonna go like fuck your best friend because they're like because you have a boyfriend. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Like to me when people say that, like when people come in the chat and say stuff like that, or like, oh, I'm about to go live, to me what I think immediately is that you're
Mhm.
trying to tell me and all of my followers that you're live, one, so we could go follow you, but two, it might be a grab at like, oh, maybe you'll raid me after yours
Right.
because you
Mhm.
know that I'm live now.
I'm streaming.
And it's
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
I'm definitely not gonna do that at
I
all.
intentionally don't rate people that do that. It pisses me off so much. Where I will intentionally rate somebody else just to not like rate you,
Yeah, I mean,
Damn.
and I do it on purpose.
yeah,
Like I don't care.
it's
I'm gonna
just
self promo in Panda's stream.
like
Wow.
that's
No
what
rate for you.
that's what like the shout out is for. So if you do
Right.
Yeah.
something, not saying you have to do a whole bunch, but even just like being an active chatter or like clipping something for me when I ask, or if you do donate or whatever, great, you don't have to. But like sometimes I'll see streamers, like I know that Rogue does it all the time. You'll just throw a shout out for someone that's just been in the chat for a good while, and it's like, oh, like here's a
Mhm.
little like, you know, this person's chill. Why don't we go show support to that person? Like, okay, yeah,
Well, and that's the other thing
naturally,
too.
but don't like ask for it or like demand it in those ways. It just,
Mhm.
I don't know.
Exactly. Well,
I
and
like
that's what
doing that. I like showing that type of support because of that reason. Like, I'm
a positive
showing that
way.
I'm paying attention. I see what you're doing. Like, and you're being fucking dope. Why not fucking show you some support, you
Yeah.
know?
That's like the other thing too that I don't think people understand is like when you come into a stream and you just promote too, it makes me not want to do the nice things for you, like shout you out and things like that. When you're just kind of coming in and chilling or gaming or whatever the reason might be, it makes me more like willing to want to shout you out because you've been chilling there, you're cool, you're talking or whatever it might be, than for you just come in and ask for it.
Another thing on the same kind of topic is when people come into chat, especially new chatters, and they ask to play with you immediately. I'm like, broski, I don't know you. Like, if I'm not saying like for big streamers, obviously, yeah, but like anyone, like if one person sees someone asking and then the streamer says yes, it opens up the floodgates for now. Oh, well, you did it for them. Now it should be my turn. You know what I mean?
Well, not only just that, but new people are also usually either pretty toxic or, I mean, they'll say the N word and stuff, which isn't allowed on Twitch, by the way. You can literally get banned for that.
Mm,
Or saying, the F word, you know, things like that that are not appropriate to be saying on Twitch, whether you're okay to say the word or not.
yeah. Yeah, like I don't know. Like I've done that before where someone's come into my stream and I've played with them. And then I mean there was like one instance, I'm not obviously going to mention anything specific, but after that it was just constant. Do you want to play? Can I play? Oh, you're live. Why aren't you playing this game? We should play together. I'm like, "Fuck, dude." Never did it again. So the only people I would play with on stream were my friends, or I would fucking play solo because I'm not about to do that. And some streamers do have like follower or sub only days where they let like followers or subs play with them. You have to like join a queue, which is such a it's like a controlled way of allowing like new people to come in and like interact with you more. But it's like if you don't see that, it's fine to ask like, hey, do you play with followers, like, or something like that, but to just be like, can I play, like, oh my god.
So I like making new friends, right? And I like making new gaming buddies because sometimes like you guys aren't on, so like I want to game but I don't want to be by myself or with randos. So I used to allow new viewers to play with me until one time this guy, he joined and I thought he was cool, like, okay, whatever, we're playing. And I'm not gonna say who, but like another streamer came by and they were actually staying like 5 minutes away from where I live. And I was like, holy shit, like maybe we should meet up and like have a couple drinks because this other person I think of as a friend, like that's fucking dope. Let's meet. I'm all about meeting new people, and through Twitch, I've actually met so many new friends that I consider friends now, like, like actual IRL people. And so then because I made those comments of like, oh my God, I know where you're at. Like we should, let's DM each other, like when we can meet, whatever, for some drinks. This new viewer ended up calling me a slut because of that, in that I was a slut for meeting up with people and stuff. Like he was a new viewer, he didn't know my relationship with this other person, like that's not okay. So after that I was like, nope, I'm just not gonna play with new viewers. You have to be a regular person in order to play with me. I'm not gonna play with you. They come in and they ask and I'm like, nope. And I even have like a command on my stream saying that I do not play with new viewers because of past situations.
And I think it's a good thing though too, is because it's saying you have to be regular because it's saying then that you have to continue to come and at least just say hi once in a while and drop in and just make sure that you're not gonna be someone who says things like that or someone who's just gonna flake off or, things like that. It kinda helps. It's like photo verification and things like that where it's like we're making sure that you are who you say you are.
Yeah. Like if you come in once or twice and just say hi, it's like, okay, I don't know you. But if you're consistent in the chat and you talk and you make the effort, then absolutely, there's like no
And
problem
like I get
with
it. No one can show up every single time, but at least show up a little bit,
Yeah.
You don't show for the whole time either.
No, yeah. Some people can be so toxic in chat too. Like, especially, I don't want to say new viewers because that's such a broad term. Because obviously, not everyone who's new that comes into a chat is toxic. But there is that group of people, that come in, don't get the attention that they're expecting like immediately, and then they'll just like go ham on it. I've gotten a few people banned in streamers chats because of that shit. There's this streamer I watch, not a big streamer, but he's well known, and I have been in his community for 3 years, so he knows me very well. I'm always in there, like, we follow each other on social and stuff. Like, I know this guy, and a new viewer came in, and I had made a joke to the streamer in the chat. Again, we know like each other's banter type of thing, so it's like it was fine. He laughed at it, but this new chatter came in, made a horrendous comment, and so we got his chat removed. And then he messaged me personally. He whispered me on Twitch and just went off, calling me a whole bunch of awful names and shit. So I screenshotted that, sent it to the mods of that chat, and I was like, ban this fucking guy. And they were like, yep, okay, he's done. Like, like, oh my god, like the
Yeah, I mean, and I've had it too where like I've gone to like a bigger person streamer, and this is why too, where I don't really want to become like such a big streamer.
it's
And I was
too
like
much
hanging out, and I
work.
was talking there. When I was talking there for a while too, and I was just like, oh, okay. Like I said, you just like it's hard to see chat. And then all of the mods just like came at me like, she sees chat, they read chat, they read chat. I was like, damn, bro, like chill the fuck out. I was like, first of all, she wasn't. But second of all, thanks for coming at me like that. Now I'm not gonna come back.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like now I get it, like when the chat goes so long, and that's what I don't like too. Is when I stream and I interact, I want to talk with people. I want to see every message. When you're a bigger streamer, you don't. Just basically what I was getting at. I was just like, oh, okay, like I bet it's hard to see the chat. Like you're not really reading messages. And
Yeah, and
then
that's
like when
sometimes they just
everyone
can't.
exactly. But then when everyone just comes at you like, oh, they fucking read chat, they read chat, they read chat. I'm like, hey, now you're wrecking it for me as a new viewer to potentially help. Because, it may not seem a lot as me as one person, but if I have a good
Mm,
experience and I, tell you two, and you two go in there, and then you two tell three other friends, now you're gaining more of a following with just the one person, even though it doesn't seem like it's a lot.
yeah.
Right.
But now that I'm having this bad experience, now I'm gonna actually go and tell you guys, hey, don't go to the streamer. And then you guys tell your three
Right.
friends, don't watch the streamer. So you have to be
Yeah.
careful with those first interactions too, because it'll literally like kind of make or break your
Hmm.
potential for following or not having a following too.
And all
Well, there's also those new viewers that will come in, say hi, and like if you're not like fucking right then and there hi, they'll fucking leave.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
just
and
like,
that's what I
bro,
hate
not
too.
everybody fucking streams from a PC. Not everybody has
Right.
a big ass screen to see the messages. Let me tell you something. When I
Yes.
stream, I am on my phone. I literally have a tiny ass screen that I'm working with. I
Right.
have it down on my lap and I am playing, so I can't see it come up. So when I'm killed or whatever in the game, then I can look down real quickly, see what I've missed, reply to that, and then by that time they're gone.
Yeah, I was gonna use you
Yeah.
as an example, Rogue. So like smaller streamers too. I'm not talking about big streamers who have like thousands of messages coming in every minute. But like even streamers like you've got an active chat. Like the chat's pretty much always moving. You know what I mean? And so sometimes when like you said, you're playing, your focus is on the game. It's different for like a just chatting mode, but when you're like actively focusing on something, and I've definitely seen people, not just in your chat, but like in general, get like upset, like, oh, she's
Mm-hmm.
not responding to me. Certain people will be like, oh, hey, how's it going? And then you don't reply, and they're like, oh, I'm being ignored. It's like, no, I'm focused on something. Once I'm done, I
Yeah.
will get to you and I will respond to you. Like, even if you're a smaller streamer with like a decently active chat, it can still be super hard to like catch every message. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it does happen where like you don't see a message until maybe like 5-10 minutes later, and then you'll see it, you'll read it, and like, hey, I'm sorry I didn't see this. Like I was focused on something, but like you'll respond to it, whatever. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like big or small. If like a chat is active enough, it still is hard. You know what I mean? And it's that
Mm-hmm.
expectation that if I'm here, you have to focus on me. It's like, sorry,
Mm-hmm.
like I can't.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's
That's
not
not how
possible.
that's
That's
not
not
how the world
entertaining.
works.
That's not how the entertainment of streaming works. Like, yes, I want to talk to you. Yes, I want to interact with you. But at the same time, I'm also trying to play a game as well and have you come and join in the laughs with me that I'm having while playing this game. And
Yeah,
I
like
do want
Right.
to read your message, but I might just need a couple extra minutes here to get to that message because, we're in the middle of a battle or whatever.
And that's why also I made a command.
I
where
was gonna
it
say,
says
Focus.
yeah,
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 where
focus.
it just says I'm focused, and then I'll read chat once I'm like ready because of that. And I love when my mods
Yeah.
actually pay attention and use it
I've,
because it helps me out.
yeah, I've noticed that too, and I think that's a really good idea to help kind of combat that a little bit. Is it's not it's saying like, hey, or your mods, whatever, like, hey, we get that you sent a message. Hey, can you just give us a moment here to finish up what's happening, and then we
Hmm.
will get to you. Then you're not like ignoring them or whatever, but you're saying like,
Right.
hey, I'll get to you. But
Like,
and that's the other thing too, is the chat's moving so fast too. We're going to move messages like during a raid or whatever. We've all had that before. We're like, a raid happens
Mhm.
and your chat just goes a mile a minute. And, I've had that, like, what to say, like, hey, we just got a raid, really appreciate it, whatever. But, like, if you guys have a message that you really want me to read, can you please, like, resend it when the chat slows down a little bit? Because you also, when you're in the middle of a game, you can't scroll back up and reread everything, And it just goes by so fast where, like, it's not intentionally being missed. And I had
Right.
someone do that for, like, a raid too. And I had, like, at one point, I think I had, like, a 100-person raid. And then this person was like, "You're not reading chat." How the fuck am I supposed to read 100 of you sending a message all at the same time? Can you tell me that?
uh-huh.
Oh,
Do
now
I look like I
imagine
have
me with a
Monsters Inc?
fucking tiny phone.
Yeah,
Like,
dude,
do I
exactly.
look like I have Monsters Inc, guys, bro? How the fuck am I supposed to read that?
um,
Chill out,
yeah,
bro. Give me a second.
yeah, it's wild.
Anyways,
I don't, again, I don't stream anymore, but like when I was like in my peak of streaming, like every day, like when I was like kind of growing a little bit, that shit would happen. Oh my god, dude. I don't understand how bigger streamers do it, genuinely. Like sometimes it gets so overwhelming and I'm like, I don't wanna deal with this. Like streaming was never a thing for me where it was like, oh, I wanna be like the biggest or like I wanna be number one. You know what I mean? I just did it
Mhm.
because I
right.
enjoyed it. Um and then yeah, I mean I just don't get it. Like that
Well,
shit alone, it's so frustrating
yes.
and I couldn't even imagine like being big streamers. Like even someone that I watch who's very very well known. He's a very well known streamer, Joe. Averages maybe 1,000 to 2,000 viewers, which is not as much as like Nick Merckx with what 50 to 75,000 every time he streams. And
Mhm.
I'm like, his chat doesn't move as fast as those ones, obviously, but like still, like I'm trying to read chat as well, like as a viewer, to like see what the
Mhm.
conversation's about, and I can't even keep up with it, let alone playing a game, reading, and trying to read chat at the same time. It's
Mhm.
Yeah.
impossible.
And that's why
Mhm.
too, personally, I don't really like watching bigger streamers because I am the type of person where am I watching you? I really do want to interact with you and get to know you. And that is very difficult as like a bigger streamer. But at the same time, like for me too, like just watching the game sometimes, like yes, can be
Mhm.
entertaining, but I feel like to the gaming and getting to know you is what's entertaining for me. So personally, I don't
Mhm.
follow a whole lot of bigger streamers and I don't go in there like at all. I
Mhm.
like the interaction that you can get with a streamer.
Yeah. Yep.
That's my big streamer that I actually watch um is is Chicharito,
Hmm.
and he played for Mexico. He's a soccer player. I think he plays for Galaxy now. But he streams Warzone and like other games too. But like in his chat, dude, I cannot keep up. If I'm there to watch it, I just fucking don't even read chat because I can't focus. Like
Yeah.
I'm just gonna listen to your banter and that's it because I can't like he has so many people commenting and like saying stuff and then it's like I don't know how he does it. It's literally because last time that I went in there, he had like 7,000 people in there, and I'm like,
Yeah.
damn.
I do watch Joe for entertainment. Like if I'm working on something or even while I'm working, I'll just have his stream up in the background. Like he's just one of those people that I just watch just purely for entertainment. I will like pop in chat every once in a while, and he
Mhm.
sometimes responds, sometimes doesn't because he misses the messages, and like it's fine. I know that,
Mhm.
you know.
Mhm.
But yeah, back to the entitlement of oh, you have to recognize me. It's like I don't know,
Well,
Yeah.
not how
the
it
other
always
thing
works.
too, the other thing
It's
too is like with
yeah.
bigger streamers, I feel like sometimes you have to like sub or donate to get their attention, and I also hate that. Like, I don't want to have to send you money for you to be like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
And I get it.
I do.
I see your point of view, and I also see their point of view because that's their income. That's
Yeah.
actually their job. They've made it their
Yeah.
job. That's their career. They want to do something like that. Fine, perfect. But also, like, hey, don't be a dick about it. Like,
Yeah, and I
humble
mean, like,
yourself and be like, you know what? Like, I don't know. It's up in the air for me. I get
I
it.
see that side too.
Like, I get it. The whole like, it's your career, it's your job. This is how you pay your bills. But at the same time, don't be a dick.
You wouldn't be where you
Because
are if it wasn't for people that were watching you.
Exactly. Well,
Like, that's the
and that's
exactly.
number
what I
one
really
thing.
hate. That's what I fucking hate too, is because the people who typically do that, I'm not saying all, and I'm not saying everybody, but typically when you do that, you're expecting it. And I hate the expectation because, like, I know that you're working, but you're also not like hardworking. And we can all say that when you're playing games, you're not really like, you're reading chat and stuff, communicating, but you're basically counting on other people to go to work to give you money.
Yeah.
And I'm not the big fan of that at all, honestly.
Yeah. And that's why I like when a lot of people, bigger streamers that I watch, for the most part, never mention that, like, oh, donate or whatever. It just comes
Yeah,
naturally, you know what I mean? But
right.
then flip it on the other side, I've seen smaller streamers say, "Oh, like you have to give me money, like if you're in chat, like why aren't you donating?" Things like that. Like I've seen that physically. I've been in
Oh,
chats where people are doing
I
that, and I'm like,
hate that.
dude, like
And
the
it's the
moment
same
you,
concept.
like, I understand, um, wanting money like on the side,
Loving
like
it.
because it's a positive of streaming. Like if you get paid to do what you enjoy, that's a positive thing. Obviously you're going
right.
to want
Right.
that to happen, but once you get to that point of like, well, if you're here you have to give me money, or I'm not going to do this unless you
Mhm.
donate to me, that's where it becomes, like
Right.
if I
And
see you do that, I'm out. Like the moment you mention
exactly.
Mhm.
money as like a demand in a way, you've
Mhm.
lost me. Like
Mhm.
I've
Sometimes,
seen bigger streamers say like, "Oh yeah, this is my job. Like I do make my income from this, but like I don't expect you to donate. Like that's not the thing. Even every view counts." But
Right.
but then there's the people on the other side where like, "No, like I need the money. Like you have to give me the money." It's like
Right.
it's gross. I don't know.
well, and that's the other thing too. But it's like if you're making it all of your income, but then you're complaining about the amount of income you're getting from that too, then get a job. You know what I mean? Like, get another job outside of it instead of asking your viewers for more money. I
Yes.
fucking cannot stand that. If you're asking your viewers for more money, get up and go get another job.
Yeah.
Okay? Or
Like
like switch your job,
if
right?
streaming isn't
Like,
giving you the income you need,
if
then
it's
go find
then
it somewhere
switch your
else.
job. And I'm saying it too because I know the job that I have right now, I work very hard. And so when I'm donating and stuff too, if you people have a different view about it, right? Like, let's say you're sending someone, $20 worth of subs, that's can be up to like an hour and a half of somebody working,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
and they worked really hard for that too. And it's like, I don't want to have to feel like I need to keep up for your life choices of where you live and things like that when
Mhm.
you can go and work too as well. I get
Right.
it. Totally stream and earn money. Like, that's part of the
Right.
fun of having it is giving raids, seeing people's faces light up, celebrating, that sort of thing. But don't
Mhm.
make it a demand. I cannot stand that.
True.
It makes me
Like
feel like,
those people that like only do sub only games.
yes, I fucking cannot
Like
stand that.
It's
You're saying you
very
like
have to send me money
like
to play with me because
I
I
get
need
it,
money
but
from you.
like it just I don't know. Like what if you're a regular person that has been I don't know, like viewing your stuff for 2 years, like decides, like let's say they're like financially struggling, okay? They can't sub to you. I know it's $5, but those $5 he uses
Can
for
be a
his,
lot.
sometimes
you
I don't even
know,
have $5 to throw around. Like it
Okay,
happens.
exactly.
let
So
me
let
tell you too. That $5, you can get a fucking 2 for 1 at McDonald's and fries for $3. Like, I'm not giving you that sell then. I'm gonna go
I
get
gotta
like
eat.
a meal.
but that's what
Exactly.
I'm saying. Like it shouldn't just be like that. Like you have to think of those things. So like for example, when people give me subs, bro, I know that like 95% of the time I cry because I'm gonna get emotional over here, but like it just feels so nice because like I know how hard it is for that, like
Yeah.
and I appreciate it, but I never push that shit. Like I understand. You know,
Yeah,
and even then, I'm almost 2 years into streaming. I just made a donation link. And even then, I don't
exactly.
talk about it. And I literally the only reason why I even made it was because my oldest needed got retainers and that shit was like $4,000 that I
Mm-hmm.
don't have. But like it literally states in my donation, if you donate, it's going to my kids. Like
Yeah.
it's going to this. Like, you know, I I
Mm,
don't know, dude.
That's a
Like
nice thing
Yeah, and
about
it's you're like appreciative of it.
yeah.
Of
That's a
like,
nice
mhm,
thing about donation goals too. Like there are some streamers that have like, oh, my goal is 1,000 for what though? Like there's no like nothing specific about it. I like
yeah,
seeing like people that have it for something specific and then actually prove that they use it for that type of thing, because it's
yeah.
like you have this donation goal, cool. If people want to donate, if they care that much and want to like give you money just because, that's fine. But like it's it's better as a viewer to like, if I'm gonna give you money that I really don't have, that it's going towards something positive, you know what I mean? Or if you're a smaller
right.
streamer and I'm donating so that way you can build up your setup a little bit more, or like get this item
Right.
that you needed for it. Like if you have a shitty ass camera and you want to get like a
Mhm,
little bit of a better one to make your quality better, like I'm
mhm,
all for that stuff, you know what I mean? But
mhm.
yeah, and then about the sub only stuff, VOD viewing, or like having to give money to like interact with a streamer, it's just such a cash grab to me, and it's so gross because it's like you're clearly doing this to make money. Obviously it's a nice part of it, you know? But
But
like
it shouldn't be the only way.
if your full intention of beginning streaming is to make money off of it, you're going to fail, and like
Well, you're
that's
doing it for the wrong reasons.
yeah. Like
Right.
You're going
I
in there with like a bad intention already.
I know that there's instances of people who cash grab like that and don't do very well because people see that. Like, people aren't stupid. And if some
Yeah,
people do fall for it or are okay with it, great, fine. But, like, most people are gonna notice that and, like, not want to be involved with that. Like, you only like me here because I'm giving you things. That's not, you know?
well, and the other thing too is the people who usually do that kind of thing too, of like, like I mentioned earlier, if you having to sub for a bigger streamer to talk to you, a lot of the times they don't even say thank you. They hear the ding, they look at it, and they go back to the game. Homeboy, do
Yeah.
you
Yeah, I've
not
seen that.
realize that could have gotten me a whole meal, and you can't even say the words, 2 words. Here, I'm gonna say 'em real slow for you. Thank you. It's not that hard.
No.
It's not. That's all I'm
I
asking for. Okay, that's all.
I don't
Just say thank
know.
you.
I
I
just
don't need
feel
like
like
I don't need the whole spiel. Thank you would be nice. Damn,
it's
is that too much to ask?
Sometimes, yeah.
That's why I hate. Oh my
I've
gosh.
also like going back on what Desi had just said, like I know that there has been times where people only talk to me because they've seen me gift other people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you something, 2021, I was making bank. I do not
Yeah.
make that bank. I am a different like team. I do different shit. Therefore, I'm actually struggling at the moment.
Yeah.
So notice that people would reach out to me and talk to me and be all nice and buddy buddy because they saw what I did
That
for
you
other
were a
people.
gifter.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but like that's not how it is with me. Like I
Honestly,
can see how people are. I can see how fake you are, and
that's
bro,
gross,
I'm fucking
honestly.
broke as
That's
a joke right
disgusting.
now. So no,
To only talk
you
to someone and
know,
get money out of them is actually really fucked up. And I've actually
and
had someone I was having a conversation with who was a bigger
mhm
gifter, and
mhm
I've never asked them for money ever.
mhm
And they said to me, they're like, it's really refreshing to talk to somebody who's not just talking to me for money. And I was like,
mhm.
honestly, that's really sad. That's really fucking sad.
Yeah, yeah. I know of a few people that I've talked to that they're like, I know that the reason why these people talk to me is because I was doing
Of
this and
money.
that for
Yeah.
so and so, and
Mm-hmm.
they saw me there and they're like, hey, come hang out with me, but it's for that reason.
Yeah.
It's really interesting too that if you step away from a streamer and you go back and you kind of look at them later on, and one, they stop talking to you all the time, or two, you can. see from an outside point of view too, kind of just how toxic they are with that sort of conversation on that topic.
Yeah.
Than when you're on the outside, than when you're on the inside. When you're on the inside, you're swimming in it.
Yeah.
And that's why too with some streamers too, where I've noticed it, and I like one of my friends is one of the gifters. I've gone up to them and I've said, "Hey, they're only using you for your money, by the way. I'd recommend like halting that,
Yeah.
you know."
Yeah.
And just I was like, I told them I was like, stop giving money and just see how they treat you.
Mhm.
And they're like, oh shit, you were right. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
I you can see it, and it's really sad. I know like money is needed in this world too, but as streaming is supposed to be a fun thing, it shouldn't be a place where it's like you're feeling uncomfortable or disgusted by the behavior of people like trying to get money on streaming.
If you're entertaining enough and you're active enough and you
You'll earn
interact
it.
with people, people will show up and people will give you things because they want to, not because they feel
You'll
like they
earn it
have
because
to.
they like you.
So
Exactly.
some people do it right, some people do it wrong, and all I'm gonna say is like the world works the way it works. Those who do it naturally and the right way are gonna succeed. I've seen it, you know, and those who do it as a money grab or only for the wrong intentions, I have also seen it fail very hard. And
Yeah.
that is just how it works. But yeah, if you're listening to this, keep all this in
Don't be the
account.
streamer.
Yeah, just
Just be a
just
Okay, so if you're
kind
trying to
person
stream,
and like
do not make an
don't.
account and go do
Mhm.
follow for follow and put sub only and only ask for subs. Okay, don't
Or
do that.
follower only.
just
Bad idea.
be authentic, be nice in on both sides, streaming and coming into a stream, and just
And
And
honestly,
be yourself.
and
Let
be
me
open to talking to
reiterate that
people.
shit. Be yourself. Don't be
Yes,
no fucking fake ass B because
we can
that's
tell.
the way that you can, get funds. No, be yourself. Be who you are. Like you don't have to fucking pretend to be this person that you're not. Be yourself. Shit. Most of the time I don't know. I feel like my own chat has seen me fucking depressed, angry,
We've seen you in all the
every
emotions, girl. And we
but
love you for it. We love
the
you for
one
it.
thing that I fucking pride myself is that that's me. That's
yeah.
Yeah,
you're getting me. Like that's me.
yeah.
Like in or off
Well,
stream.
because too, if you're acting fake, we as the viewers, we can tell. You
I
don't
don't know,
think
Yeah.
we
bro,
can,
because
but we can tell.
not everybody apparently.
Well, and the other thing too is be open and willing to talk to people. If you're streaming and the people are going to come into you and want to talk and get to know you, be willing to have conversations with people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and also like
Whether that's having a mic or chat, either way it works, but be willing to be talkative people.
Mhm.
another. I have a question actually. Now talking about that shit.
Uh-huh.
VIPs.
Mhm.
Okay, are they okay to be removed if they stop going to your streams?
I
Yes.
think so. I think very important person means just that says. Like you're always there, you're always interacting, you're bringing something to it. You're and that has nothing to do with money. You could be a VIP in someone's stream just by being there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like if I see that you are a positive influence or you have a positive like impact on my stream, not just with me but like viewers in chat as well, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather have someone be a VIP because of that than them being a top gifter. You know what I mean? There's a
Mm-hmm.
badge for top gifters, like you have your own. But like
Mm-hmm.
I make
Yeah.
people VIPs when I was streaming in my chat because they were always there, always talking, you know what I mean? Like I don't know.
And I hate that too, where if you see someone and you've been a VIP and it's been removed, while they're streaming, do not ask them why your VIP is removed. I've had people do that to me and
Oh
I fucking
my
hate it. Do
god.
not come to
Yes.
me while I'm streaming and ask why your VIP badge is removed. Do you want me to say because you're a shitty person, you never show up? Or because you're a shitty person and I hated the way you talked to me and I found out you're terrible, so I removed it? Like, no. Do you want me to say that live? Okay, then don't come ask me live. Like,
Mhm.
no, don't do that. If you have a question about it, message me privately.
Yeah.
Message me and be like, hey, can you tell me, what happened so I can, learn from it or whatever. I would
Yeah.
love to have a conversation about it and be like, hey, you just, you know, I learned this about you or whatever the reason might be, and have the open conversation instead of being little Timmy over there who's coming and being like, can I have my VIP badge back? No, shut up.
Yeah.
Hey, Desi, can I have my VIP badge back?
No, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I mean, like, for those specifically, like, I even, I mean, I would say subathons are a little different to an extent, not fully. But, like, I also don't like when people say, like, oh, if you gift this much, then you get a VIP badge. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
like, when you do that,
Well, you're kind
people
of, if
do
you
that
really
kind of
want
thing.
VIP, then you'll gift me the money for it.
Yeah. Like,
Well, the other thing too, though, along with that too, is don't go to someone's chat and be like, "Can I be mod? Can I be VIP?"
Oh
When
my
you've literally
god.
sent, okay, I can as a streamer, I can see how many messages you sent my chat.
yeah.
Okay, do not send me 3 messages. Be like, "Can I be VIP? Hey Sarah, can I get it? Can I be mod? I know how to do this and this. Can I be mod?" It just makes me want to reach through my like computer screen and just give you a
Mhm.
slap real quick, knock some sense into you,
Mhm.
and then go on with your day.
So
Like,
like
don't
when
do
you
that.
start streaming, I'm gonna ask for mod.
Hey, the next time
Like,
you go live, Sarah, and be like, "Hey Sarah, can I have mod?"
usually
Hey,
mods
can
are
I be
close
mod?
friends of streamers, or they're people that you met in stream who have become that part of the community that you can trust.
Yeah.
Then you mod them because they're always there and they're able to help you out. Like,
That's the thing
Right.
too.
I'm not even a mod in
There
my
to
friends'
help.
chats, and it's like fine because there are certain reasons and certain aspects of why someone can be a mod, someone can't be a mod. I'm not reliable enough as a viewer to be
Mm.
mods in people's chat, and that's a very well known thing, and so I'm okay with not having that like title. You know what I mean? Like, being a mod in someone's chat with that much power is for a reason. So for you
Right.
as a new person, send 3 messages and say, "Hey, can I be whatever?" Like, no, like
No,
that is something you have to earn. Like there's very
exactly.
specific things and powers that you have to earn
Mhm.
to
Yep.
get.
And that's the other
Even
thing
in like
too. That's why
Discord
there's VIP.
channels. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's why there's VIP. Where if you're not gonna, able to be there to actually like, clip something or whatever, then I'm still showing people like, hey, I really like you being here a lot and I appreciate you. Let me give you this badge. And that's the other thing. The mod has like the sword, but the
Mhm.
VIP has a diamond. So
Which one looks better?
Sarah, can I be mod? Sarah, can I be mod? Can I be mod?
Oh my
Can I be mod?
I'm gonna
god.
ban her right now. Let me go into your
That's
chat and ban her
Yeah,
right
let me
now.
ban.
like I mean, for me, especially for me, I had one mod for the longest time because I have trust issues.
hmm
And like I have to completely trust you like in order to make you mod. Um like I don't know, it's to me being mod is very it's like a huge responsibility. That means you're gonna come by often. That means you're gonna, fucking be there for the streamer. It's not whenever the fuck like how we say it in Spanish, te ronca el culo, meaning like whenever the
Ooh,
fuck you want to. It's a big responsibility, and you have to trust that person because I've seen mods that fuck over the streamers. I've
yeah.
It
seen
is
it.
a big responsibility, and I've bid mods in people's chats, and then when I made it a known thing I can't show up, and I've had it taken away, which is totally fine. It's acceptable. Like, you want to put someone in that position that's going to be able to use it to the fullest extent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm. Mhm.
Like,
Well, I think along with that too, though, if you're going to remove it, just have a conversation. Say, hey, just unfortunately because you're not able to show up all the time, I'm gonna give you VIP instead. That's another thing too. Or if they can't be mod, you just be like, hey, I'll just give you VIP or whatever too.
Mhm.
mod and like VIP, those badges kind of remind me of when MySpace had like your top friends list. Like,
Oh my god.
it gives me that kind of vibe. You know what I mean? Like, if you're removed from it,
Yeah.
like all of a sudden, like, and it's like this
You're the
big
talk of the
thing.
town.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness.
Oh.
Well,
That,
I mean, with
yeah.
that, guys, we kind of dipped our big toe into this topic, but if you want us to keep going with us, let us know.
Thank you for taking the time to listen to today's episode. We hope that you enjoyed it.
All of our links will be down in the description. We have our link to our podcast socials as well as our individual socials if you're interested in checking those out.
We appreciate each and every one of you. And if you are looking for a little more content, we do have some episodes to check out either on Spotify or Patreon if you're interested.
Until next time.
See ya!
See ya!